welcome in. So this is my island of EchoMist, and we're going to do the Dream Address tour today. This island was built for my Falloween Challenge that I created. You can still do it for fun, but this one is wrapped up now. The rules and the builds and everything are in the Discord if you want to do it for just for like fun and see how well you enjoy it. The builds I picked for this challenge were the haunted wedding, the graveyard, the carnival, and the cider stand. Kind of tried to do a haunted Towncore theme. This is the first time I ever did Towncore. Had lots of help. I ran a road all the way through the island, which was something that I had never done before, and got some practice with laying a road down. And I think it turned out pretty good. I'm pretty proud, but I do owe a great big thank you to the community, to everyone who encouraged me and helped me. So thank you guys very much for all your help with EchoMist, all the presents, all the items, all the gifts. Rose, Shiloh, Tammy, Crispy, Pixie. There are, a lot of people that helped me, so thank you so much. And especially thank you to Crispy, who helped me lay out the road and helped me see how it should go. So if you're not subscribed to Crispy Crafts, you really should go do so. So thank you to the community, the subscribers, and the viewers for all your encouragement, for all your help. It is greatly appreciated. And EchoMist is now done. So now we can continue on our journey and build another island, which we will be starting tomorrow. So I'm super excited about that, and we'll talk about that tomorrow. Let's go ahead and look at the map. So there is, of course, me, Stacy, Lucky, Agent S, Kiki, Henry, Tia, Biscuit, Blair, Ruby, Bob, and Hazel. The story with Bob and Hazel is that they live on this island, and Bob and Hazel were on my Echo Creek Island last year, and Bob had a carnival. The story was that Hazel ran off with him and left her children to go with Bob and be with him in his carnival. And the story this year is that the carnival has went belly up. And that's why this is like a deserted, abandoned Towncore island. Blair, this is a super exciting story here. I finally, after 5 years, like the squirrels are my favorite, and I'd always wanted to get Blair. After 5 years on this island of never finding her on a villager hunt or in a campsite, she was in my campsite on EchoMist. So that was pretty exciting stuff. Okay, so now let's look at the island. Like I said, this is built like a Towncore island. And we're going to pick up our presents. We're going to get our presents first, and then we're going to look at the island. We're going to start in the shopping district. This was a super fun island to build. I learned a lot of things about building it. I'm going to wear the maid's dress. If you know, you know. I picked Tia because she's supposed to be like the maid in the hotel. And thank you so much, Brenda. Brenda held Tia for me so I could get Tia. And so thank you, Brenda, very much for that. I appreciate it. Poofy held Biscuit so I could get Biscuit. So thank you, Poofy Crossing. And if you're not subscribed to Poofy Crossing, you really should go do so. So thank you guys for holding the villagers to make sure I got them. So this is the shopping district and part of the neighborhood. So every villager's home is done on the exterior, but not done on the interior. So if you come to visit, they won't be done on the interior. But I did change all the exteriors, and they're all going to have like candy buckets for Halloween. So this is kind of like our little shopping district, kind of like a little trick-or-treat area outside of Nooks. So this is kind of what I did here to build it in. Kind of did this as my centerpiece. I thought this was really pretty and I liked it. This is a hot cocoa truck, and then these little tables out here are like to sit down and enjoy your cocoa or cider, coffee on the other side. And I did get all the fabric and all the coats off of Pinterest for the umbrellas and then this road coat. And I will make sure that I go through and list them all in this video description and try to get them in a few streams descriptions so that you guys can get the codes if you like it, because I get a lot of questions on where did I get the row code, and I got it from Pinterest. Did this over here at Abel's, put a few costumes, like a few hats out here that they kind of are selling for like the Halloween. This is your coffee and your cider, and this is a place to sit and enjoy it. And my husband, I want to talk about this. Pat makes all the flags and the codes as far as anything customized on t-shirts and stuff that you see here. So this little code on the ground where you see this EchoMist, where you see this haunted hotel on it, this is his code. And the flag is his code too. And I'll talk about that at the end, but this is where that came from. My husband made this code. He makes all my flags. and there again, you know, just a little seating area to sit and enjoy your cocoa or your cider. And all this over here to wait on the people that are shopping, and maybe you got a little visitor. Over here is the graveyard connected to the haunted wedding. And the haunted wedding will be out here on the beach. And I built a haunted wedding. I did like this little lace code, and I got this off Pinterest too. This is a good little lacy code, like a rug. And the skeletons are getting married up here in the altar. If you can see it, I thought this was really cool, and I got this idea, this inspo off Pinterest too for the wedding. Where they're standing in the arch and things like that. And then this was kind of my thing, my take on it. I kind of did this on my own. The cake and the cider, sparkling cider, and the skeletons being the servers. I kind of thought that was fun. And we just kind of did another spooky tree out to here and put some weeds and flowers on there. And that's basically about what we did. The beaches are not all the way done. I have a really hard time with beaches. And we are going to go ahead and head up this way into the neighborhood. So up here is the neighborhood. We kind of built it all in. Like spooky items and spooky arches. We did the trick-or-treaters. So these items or clothes or costumes are supposed to represent trick-or-treaters out trick-or-treating. I thought this was a really cute idea. I was watching Reb's Cozy Gaming, and if you're not subscribed to Reb, you should go do so also. But she was touring Halloween Islands for a special, and someone had designed an island, like a Towncore island sort of, and they had put costumes out like they were trick-or-treaters on the road. So that's kind of where I got the inspiration from. So all this represents that in this neighborhood. These are all supposed to be like, all the costumes like that are supposed to be like trick-or-treaters. And this is just more neighborhood. And we just kind of did the same thing all the way through. And we will tour my house at the end, or towards the end of the video. We're going to look at the carnival. But this is the outside of the hotel that I built. And I just got this idea off Pinterest too. Actually, this one Crispy sent me the inspo picture for, and we built it. We didn't build it exact. Their codes were a little different, but we built it kind of the same. So I kind of like that. I thought it turned out really well. And then we will go back here and look at the carnival I built. I just built a simple little carnival back here with the rides and the games. And just kind of built it real simple. I was pretty proud of it though. We fenced it all off to make it look, spooky and abandoned. As Bob's Carnival went belly up this year, and no one was interested. And it's also kind of, like I said, based loosely on the song The Hotel California. Of course, you can't exactly base it off of that, but just kind of like an island that you get on that you can never leave, So back here too is where I put the campsite. If we can get back here this way, and I think we can, if we're going to go across here. We put the campsite back here. kind of like their little camping area. And we put the trucks and the generator and the elephant back here. Kind of like this is what's keeping the carnival going. And then kind of like my rock spawned here, so that was kind of cool. And this is where, of course, they would stay. And that's kind of it. That's kind of the lore behind the build and the build itself. Like I said, I put glowing moss on the beaches, but I didn't really do much with those. Beaches are hard for me for some reason. Okay, now let's go inside my house and take a look at the hotel on the inside, which is over here. And I did the vertical banners again with the same code that my husband made me. I thought that was really cool. Kind of like these are the banners that you come into when you come into the hotel. So now we're going to go on the inside and we're going to look at the interior of my house. This is where you would come in to check in, and I'm gonna turn the controller real slowly so you can see what I did. I used the piano and the chandeliers. I used a lot of elegant furniture in this build. I really like the elegant furniture. So I'm just gonna give it a slow spin so you can see it. I did most of the rooms pretty dark because this is supposed to be like an island that you can't leave. Kind of like haunted, you know. So this is kind of what I did. This is the check-in area, the antique clock. Like all this stuff was so cool. Now interiors are not my favorite part and I'm not super great at them, but I do the best I can. I didn't think it turned out too awful bad. This is one of the rooms that you can come stay in. I enjoy interiors, but I'm not like a superstar. But they are fun to do. And the elegant and the antique furniture I think is about. And the Nordic shelves are some of my favorite items to use. And I'll keep turning so you can see what I did. But this is just like a little room, one of the rooms that they could come stay in. And Tia's the maid. That's why I picked Tia, because she looks like a maid. And so she lives beside me, her and Blair. So she would be like the maid at the hotel. I tried to get some lore behind this island. This is another one that I created. More Nordic shelves, more elegant furniture. Just really like the vibe. And I love this green wall. And the Turkey Day rug is one of my favorites. I did not discover how well I like this rug until I started making my house and stuff. And I was like, oh, I really do like that Turkey Day rug. Okay, so let's continue on. Another room where they could stay. Like another little like hotel room. And then let's go over here. And this will be a small little kitchen. Okay, so this is my kitchen, and I liked the yellow striped wall. Just a small little area where they could maybe like get some breakfast or get a snack. Not anything fancy, just enough to get them in here and get them a snack or some tea or some breakfast in the morning or something like that. So, and I did craft that potted ivy, and I was like, what else can I do? Because I didn't have a lot of wall items, so I thought that worked. So just a small little kitchen, nothing fancy. And then upstairs would be where I would stay. This would be my bedroom. Just a bigger suite upstairs for me, or maybe a bigger suite upstairs for others. But this is like the big upstairs bedroom or suite. This is kind of how I did this one. And I used the creaking sound inside. because I liked it and I thought it made it a little more spooky. Downstairs. Everybody's got to have a creepy basement and a creepy haunted hotel, right? And this is where all the problem is coming from. The dolls in the basement. So, a viewer of mine gave me the hallway and the dolls. And I used the skull wallpaper down here. And so this is where the creepiness is coming from. The dolls, wouldn't you know. So that's my house. Okay. So let's go back this way and we'll talk about the flag and we'll wrap this up. So I just wanted to say, thank you so much. Well, actually, let's do it over here. Thank you so much for all the support. I felt the love on this build. There were a lot of people who really did, like I said at the beginning, really, really helped me. I never laid a road like this, and I really wanted to. It was very important to me that I do something different and think out of the box, right? And I feel like I did that here, and I feel like I created something that I feel like I did a pretty good job with the Towncore for the first try. So I hope you enjoyed EchoMist, because I did. So starting tomorrow, I just want to talk about this for just a brief moment. Starting tomorrow, we're going to go back to something I did before. We're going to build another island named Ramen. We're starting my 3.0 update prep, and I'm going to release the Ramen Challenge. So that one is based on all food. So food builds, food villagers, and I'll be making a trailer for that today. I'll release it tomorrow morning, and we can enjoy the Ramen Challenge, which will go from tomorrow, December the 8th, to the end of April. So the Ramen Challenge will go from tomorrow, December the 8th, to the end of April. And then we still have the Frosty Nights Challenge going on, and it goes on from, or it started back in, I think was October, but it goes to February the 15th. So you still have time to do Frosty Nights, so don't panic. If you're doing Frosty Nights, it goes to February the 15th. And Ramen Challenge starts tomorrow and goes to the end of April. So these challenges are going to run for a little bit longer. Now, you're all enjoying them, so I am going to start thinking about what I want to do for this summer. And I know that seems a little early, but if I start thinking about it now, I can plan it now. Okay, now just one other thing. This time for the Falloween Challenge was as many submissions as I have ever gotten for a challenge. And I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you for supporting me and the channel. Thank you for supporting the challenges. It means the world to me. And I have a lot of help coming up with these challenges too. A lot of my mods help me with this. They help me with builds. They help me make sense out of what works, what doesn't work. So thank you to them too for all the help with the challenges that they give me all the time. Just thank you. I mean, I couldn't do this without all of you, right? Without the community. So thank you to everyone. But we had as many submissions as I've ever had for the Falloween Challenge. I think we ended up with 12 or 13. And I've never had that many before. So thank you to the community for all the interest and the participation. We did one stream already with the challenge islands being turned. We have 3 or 4 more to do next weekend, next Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to stream those if you want to come over and watch what I would consider to be the final finale. We just had so many. There were certain people that couldn't do it yesterday, so those people are going to get done. Next Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, live and stream, I'll be touring more challenge islands. Just keep participating. I enjoy seeing all your creativity. All the islands that I've seen so far have been awesome. You guys did an awesome job on these islands. Just can't believe how creative people are. And it's just fantastic. So keep going. Okay, so that's it. So this is another challenge in the books crew. You did a fantastic job. Thank you for your participation and your support. Cheers. Here's to many more. We love you. I want you to have a fantastic day. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Take care.